Hi, and thanks for watching. If you've integrated Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central with Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Sales, one of the key benefits is the ability to work with sales quotes and sales orders in both business apps. This connects the front line of your business, your sales team, with the people who keep track of things on the back end. Let's take a look. To start with, let's make sure that sales order integration is enabled. We'll search for Connected Setup, and then open the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Connection Setup page. Good. The sales order integration enabled is chosen. On a side note, if we want, we can set things up so that when we create sales orders in Sales, the orders are automatically created in Business Central. Similarly, we can also automatically process sales quotes. We'll keep these processes manual, and later we'll see how that impacts the process. Now let's take a look. We'll jump over to Sales and look at a sales order that someone created. It has a name, the currency is specified, price list to use is there, and the customer has been added. Now we'll move things along by adding a product to the order. We'll choose Add New Order Product, choose a product in the existing product field, and then enter the quantity. So far so good. Let's save our selections and go back to the order. Here's one place where the integration benefits our sellers. They can look at the item availability column to make sure they can deliver on the sale before they submit the order. This information came from Business Central. Looks like we do have enough, so we'll go ahead and submit the order. Let's head over to Business Central and verify that we can see the order there as well. We'll search for Sales Order 365 and then open the Sales Orders Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Sales page. Yep, our order is waiting for us. Earlier, when we verified that integration was enabled, we decided not to automate the process of creating orders in Business Central when they're created in Sales. So we'll go ahead and choose Create in Business Central to create the order. Okay, we've created the sales order, but we still need to post it in Business Central. If we need to make changes, we can do that before we post it. Let's change the requested delivery date. After we post the order in Business Central, we can update the date in Sales too. Now we'll post the sales order. In Sales, to see our changes, we'll click Refresh to update the sales order. Okay, let's move on to sending an invoice so that we can get paid. We'll choose Posting, Post, and then choose the Invoice option. The next step is to send the invoice to Sales so that both business apps have the information. To do that, on the invoice we'll choose Navigate, Dynamics 365 for Sales, and then choose Create Invoice in Dynamics 365 for Sales. A notification confirms that we have scheduled a synchronization job to run. If we want to view the process of the job, we can choose Navigate, Dynamics 365 for Sales, and then Synchronization Log. In Sales, we can see that our sales order is still active. That's because we haven't received and applied a payment from the customer. We'll do that in Business Central and see how that affects the sales order in Sales. In Business Central, we'll open the customer card and then choose Actions and then Register Customer Payments. On the Register Customer Payments page, we'll choose the Payment Made checkbox and then choose the Posting button and choose Post Payments. In Sales, we use statistics to monitor information about our accounts. So now that we've registered the payment in Business Central, we will want to update those statistics. To do that, we'll choose Navigate, Dynamics 365 for Sales, and then Update Account Statistics. This also marks the invoice as complete in Sales. Let's have a look at our invoice in Sales. We'll click Navigate, Dynamics 365 for Sales, and then Account to open Sales and go to the account. To get to our invoice, we'll choose Sales in the breadcrumbs, and on Dynamics 365 navigation pane, we'll choose Sales Hub. We'll choose Invoices on the navigation pane, and then choose the My Invoices option to find the All Invoices filter. And here's our completed invoice. Okay, now that we've covered the processes for manually synchronizing sales orders and invoices, let's see what we can do with sales quotes. In the Sales Hub, on the navigation pane, we'll choose Quotes. Here's a quote that's in the draft status. To move it along in the sales process, we'll need to activate it. Let's open the quote and then choose Activate Quote. Because we chose not to automate the process, we'll need to open the quote in Business Central and move it along as well. In Business Central, we'll search for Quote 365 and then open the Sales Quotes Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Sales page. This is sort of a staging page. To create the quote in Business Central, we'll choose Process and then Process in Business Central. Okay, we have our quote. Now let's release it so that we can send it to the customer. Now, let's say that the customer wants to add a product to the quote. Let's see how to update the quote in both business apps. Back in Sales, we'll go to the quote, choose Revise, and then Add New Quote Product. We'll add the product and the quantity, and then save our changes. When you revise a quote, it's reverted to a draft status, so we'll choose Activate Quote to get it going again. The update needs to be applied to the quote in Business Central as well. In Business Central, we'll go back to the quote, choose Process, and then Process in Business Central. And that's it. Our quote is updated in both business apps. It's fairly common for a quote to change several times before a customer accepts it. To help you keep track of the sale and what you quoted earlier, Business Central archives each version. We can access the archived versions directly from the quote in the Number of Archived Versions field. We might need to click Show More to see the field. If we click the number in the field, we'll get a list that includes each version of the document. If we want, we can dig down into the details about a version by choosing Navigate, Line, and then Card. And that's it. We've just seen how to manage sales documents and keep data synchronized in the Business Central and Sales Business apps. Thanks for watching.